In 1991, I was 8 years old. And I'll never forget watching the Super Bowl here at my house with my whole family and a bunch of people. And the greatest thing was Scott Norwood's miss as the Giants win the Super Bowl. I couldn't believe it. It was my first time watching the Giants win the Super Bowl at the age of 8 years old. It was the greatest thing ever. And then 17 years go by. And during those 17 years, I've been through the suffering. I've been through the pain. I've been through it all with this Giants team. Even 2000, the year 2000, we went to the Super Bowl. And I thought, wow, this is it, man. This is the year we're going to win. And of course, we lose to the Ravens. And you got to give it off to the Ravens because, man, they had some defense. That defense was unbelievable. We just, offensively, we couldn't do anything. And we lost it. And I remember just, it was so heartbreaking to go all that way and to lose it. It was so tough to swallow. And I just couldn't imagine the Giants coming back the next year and doing it again. And then, of course, 8 years go by. 2008. But during the season, first game we lose to the Cowboys. And we were 0-1. And I remember thinking, alright, it's no problem, it's only first loss. And then we play the Packers. And we lose to the Packers. And now we're 0-2. And that was a blowout. I mean, the Packers killed us. And I remember losing that second game thinking, oh man, we got to do something here. We got to figure something out before it's too late. And then the third game of the season, we're against the Redskins. And at halftime, we're getting crushed by the Redskins. Now I'm thinking, oh man, this is gonna be a long season. You know, I'm a faithful fan, and I gotta stick by them. But this is gonna be a rough season, man. But in the second half of that game against the Redskins, something happened. It was a different Giants team out on that field. And they started actually playing football. And they won that game. And actually, they went on to win 6 straight after that. And they really showed heart. They showed a lot of character. And then after those 6 straight wins, we lost the game here or there, and it was back and forth with a win and a loss until we were able to make it to the playoffs against, after beating the Buffalo Bills in that game. That was another great comeback in the second half, and we beat the Bills, and we made it to the playoffs. And just to make it to the playoffs, just to make it into the wild card, is just exciting in itself. In the first round, we're against the Buccaneers in Tampa Bay. Many people didn't really think that the Giants would do it. They thought it would be a close game, but they thought maybe the Buccaneers would probably edge us off. But somehow we came out there and we really played strong. I mean, we played pretty good football. And we won. Many people say, well, so what? So what, the Giants, you beat the Buccaneers, so what? You're going to Dallas now. Your season's over. You lost to the Cowboys 2 straight times this year. You're not beating the Cowboys on their home turf. But as for us Giants believers, as for us true Giant fans, we stuck by our team believing. And we went into that Dallas game hoping and having faith that this Giant team would pull off a great victory. And all of a sudden, we go in there, the first drive, Eli brings us down. We score a touchdown, it's 7-0 Giants. And then the Cowboys come back and they scored 2 touchdowns. Now it's 14-7 Cowboys. Now everybody's thinking, okay, it's over for the Giants. They had a nice little run there with Eli and a nice little touchdown, but that's it. They're not coming back in this game. But then something happens. See, I guess the message didn't go to the Giants locker room, because to the Giants, they said, our season's not over. We're fighting back. And that's what they did. And they came all the way back, and they beat the Cowboys. Now all of a sudden, we got people saying, wait a second, who's this Giants team? But many of them said, it was just a fluke they won. You know, it was just a joke, it was a mistake. They're going to Green Bay now, at Lambeau Field, with that type of weather, against a great quarterback in Brett Favre. No way the Giants are winning this thing. No way. What happens? The Giants go in there. They defeat the Green Bay Packers on their home turf. I mean, it was a tough game to watch because Tynes almost blew it for us, but it's okay. He redeemed himself after the third try. We forgive you, Tynes. And all of a sudden, as Tynes hits that 47-yard field goal, the Giants make it to the Super Bowl. Now everybody's saying, wait a second, this is ridiculous. This is unbelievable. But to us Giants fans, we believed. We had faith. And to the Giants themselves, they believed. And they had faith. And they didn't give up. But now the Giants against the Patriots in the Super Bowl. Now everybody's saying, okay, they beat the Cowboys. That was a nice one for them. They go into Green Bay and they do a great job there. But now they're against the 18-0 Patriots. No way they are defeating the Patriots. Everybody was saying it. No way. Everybody was calling it David versus Goliath. David versus Goliath. Well, can I tell you something? I'm a pastor here in New York. And I guess not many people read their Bibles. Because my Bible, the Bible says David wins. And that's what my boys did. Giants win, babe. We're champs. The New York Giants are champions. We defeated those Patriots. And not to razzle the Patriots. Listen, man. I tip my hat. I tip my hat to those Patriots. 18-0. That's not an easy accomplishment. And I tip my hat to them. They had a great season. Yeah, maybe they didn't have a perfect season because us Giants beat them. But I do tip my hat to them. Good for you, New England. But you came against a David that was ready to beat you. And Goliath had to go down. And last night was the greatest night of my life. Watching that team. Watching that Giants team. Even when they were trailing 7-3. Even when Brady kept marching down the field. Every time he marched down that field, that Giants defense stood up and said, you know what? We're not taking this anymore. We want this game. We want to fight back. And that's what they did. They got right back in there and they fought back. That's the heart of a champion. Inch by inch. Victory is a cinch. And that's what they did. They kept fighting and they kept getting in there and they kept sacking Brady and they proved who they were. Even when the Patriots in that fourth quarter with 2 minutes left scored a touchdown, everybody thought it was over. But not the Giants fans, and not the Giants themselves, because they believed. And Eli came down that field and proved who he was. A great quarterback. New York's the greatest. Congratulations, New York Giants. You win. Because you're the best. And I just want to make a shout out to my cousin Connie. Connie, New York couldn't have done it without you, buddy. By rubbing my helmet for good luck, I appreciate that. It's all over the newspapers as well. Connie saves New York. So, thank you, Connie, for rubbing this helmet and giving us good luck as well. Alright. New York fans, we'll see you next year, man. Go Giants. Champions of the world. Take care.